As we inch closer to Election Day, you may be spending more time online, catching up on the candidates and current events. You've heard of fake news and misinformation. Well, we know it's out there, but it seems to be becoming harder to spot. According to a recent poll from Pew Research Center, about half of Americans say they generally find it difficult to determine what is true and what isn't when getting news about the election. So joining us now with some advice on how to separate fact from fiction is information literacy expert Nicholas Casas. He's also a librarian at Indiana University Northwest. So thanks so much for joining me this morning. I want to ask you first, let's talk about what exactly misinformation is, because there is also disinformation. So could you walk us through the differences?
Yes, absolutely. Good morning, Dana. So when we think about misinformation, you want to think about the prefix of the word. So misinformation, you can think of the term misled. So misinformation is when you spread false information, and when you spread false information, but you don't intend on spreading that false information. You thought it was true, but it ends up being that it wasn't true. So that is what it means with misinformation. Disinformation, on the other hand, is false or misleading content. And what you do is you hit that share button, you hit that retweet button, and then you do it in order to cause harm. You do it in order to intentionally mislead people. So that is the major differences between the two.
Okay, Nicholas, now let's talk about how to spot misinformation or disinformation. What are some steps people can take to get to the truth, especially people who are, quickly looking over social media?
Yes, exactly. So there is a really terrific method developed by a researcher at the University of Washington named Mike Caulfield, and he created something called the SIFT method. Now, there are a lot of methods that are out there that do really wonderful things, but the SIFT method is a really nice, well-rounded, sufficient way of doing it. And it's an acronym. It spells the word SIFT, and it's stop, investigate the source, find better coverage, and trace claims back to the original source. So the first step is stop. We are scrolling mindlessly through our phones and through our computers. What the SIFT method does is tell you to stop and be mindful of what you're looking at. Now, the investigate the source part is when you want to identify the social media account or the author of the post and the organization of the website. Find better coverage means check other media outlets and social media accounts. See if they're reporting the same thing. Chances are, if it's something that is legitimate, other news outlets such as yourself or at the national or international level will be reporting on this as well. And then the T is trace claims back to the original source. A lot of misinformation and disinformation is actually cycled and previously debunked stories from a long time ago. They may put things in out of context. They may take a snippet of a video, but take a look to see where the original claim came from. If you hit these 4 steps, you'll be able to debunk memes, deepfakes, videos that are on TikTok or Instagram or Twitter, X, formerly known as Twitter. So if you take these steps, it's a really great way of doing this.
It's just going to take a little more time, right? But it's so important. And finally, you have a couple of examples to share with us on how to use the SIFT method that you just told us about. So, here's the first one. Tell us why it's fiction and how we know that. Example number 1 is Kamala Harris, a picture of her. She's hammered. This is insane. It's posted. I'm sure you've seen it. Example number 1, a post. That is the caption.
Yes, absolutely. This was a TikTok that went viral about a few weeks ago. And in this TikTok, it shows Kamala Harris. It sounds like she's inebriated and slurring her speech. And she's, doing a speech that's very slow. Well, it turns out this went viral and among a few social media circles. And it turns out that a lot of fact-checking websites such as Snopes, others, were on this. So what you do is use the T in SIFT and you trace back to the original source and check to see if other news outlets are reporting that she's quote unquote hammered. If she really was inebriated live on stage, every news media would be reporting on it. And that's because these presidential candidates are under a very close microscopic lens. And so this wouldn't be among social media, a small social media group. It would be other. But what it turns out is it actually ends up being a deep fake, and the video was slowed down to create a dragging effect. And if you look at the original video, you can hear the audience applause is very slow. And so this was digitally manipulated. PolitiFact, Snopes, other fact-checking websites pointed out back to the original video that she was speaking like normal and she was not slurring her speech or anything like that. And so what you do is you take step by step the SIFT method in order to find the original video and take a look. Oh, hey, she wasn't drunk, she wasn't inebriated, so that didn't end up being the case in this video.
And so again, it takes time, but this would be an example, that one we just talked about, of disinformation because someone deliberately slowed down that video, correct?
Exactly.
Okay, let's turn to the second example now and bring this graphic up of the second example. So this is it says example 3 here, so I want to make sure you're clear on exactly what we're looking at here. So it's a post that says breaking an American woman. You know what? I think you know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do. I can see it right there. So this is a meme that went viral, a Twitter post that went viral that was published by Occupy Democrats, and they are a protesting group, that leans heavily on the left side. And this post went viral during the Dobbs decision in 2022. And so what happened is that the post says, as the political arena, everyone was very charged and very upset about Roe versus Wade being overturned because of the Dobbs decision. And one of the casting votes was, as you can see here pictured, is Justice Clarence Thomas with his wife, Ginny Thomas. And so what ended up happening is that what Occupy Democrats did is they actually clipped a picture from Instagram from a family friend. The post was actually from 2018, 4 years before this Dobbs decision. So again, this is just a way of different social media posts and Twitter accounts and everything to sway you into mess with your emotions and to put things out of context. This is an example of disinformation.
Okay, so again, Nicholas, it just takes time, but it really is in everyone's best interest, if they care, to take that time and dig a little deeper and use that SIFT method. We really, really appreciate it. Information literacy expert and librarian Nicholas Casas, thank you so much for this lesson. I hope people are paying attention, and we really appreciate you being with us this morning.
Thank you for having me, Dana. Thank you.
Okay, take care.